What's up, you guys? Welcome to The Collective. Don't know why my camera was crooked, but whatever. What's up, you guys? Welcome to The Collective. My name is Furman, and in this video, we have to talk about that Mario movie. But before we get started, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright guys, so this is your spoiler-free review. This isn't even a review, honestly. I am literally just going to be talking about how much I love this movie. I'm not even going to be talking about why I love it so much, in the sense that I'm not going to be sharing any details. I'm just going to be telling you why this movie was so freaking good. Alright guys, so as you guys already know, one of the biggest worries we had when it comes to this movie was obviously the Mario voice. The fact that they had the original voice actor in the movie, but he wasn't the actual Mario. They had Chris Pratt on there. Within the first 5 minutes of this movie, that problem is solved. Like, they make it very clear and they make it make sense. So it's not just like, oh, we just kind of needed the Hollywood role or whatever. They actually gave it context and it solves that problem really good. So honestly, Chris Pratt absolutely killed the movie. Like, he did so good. A couple of those little Mario sounds did kind of sound a little but honestly, they weren't even that bad. Really, they weren't. When I tell you guys that this is a movie that is an absolute love letter to Mario, to the whole Mario franchise, I couldn't describe it in a better way, even if I tried to. This movie, if you had a pulse in the last 30 years, you will love this movie. That's how good this movie is. It is absolutely packed with so much great content. There's so many good references in there. Like, you guys already saw some of them where, you know, they have like the Mario Kart racing and all that stuff. There is so much more in it. And it's so interesting because most of the time, if they put a lot of references in movies and stuff like that, it's almost like overkill, but you don't really feel like that. Like, I didn't feel like that at all. And obviously, you know, I probably consider myself a Super Mario fan.
The cream of the crop!
Or a Mario super fan, which would probably make more sense. I mean, we've all been playing Mario since, you know, day one in the Nintendo. So, like, obviously we were gonna love this movie. But yeah, they did an absolutely amazing job when it comes to all of the extra little goodies, you know, the little details here and there that, you know, the real fans would definitely pick up on. And, you know, if you're not that dedicated to Mario, you still are gonna have a lot of fun with this movie because it's just so well written. One of the characters that a lot of people had issues with was Peach, which, you know, she's kind of just like the Mario! Help me out, like, she's always screaming Mario, and she's kind of, I mean, the one video game that they gave her on the DS, her superpowers or her super abilities were her mood swings, pretty much. Like, she would get sad, angry, happy, all that kind of stuff. It's a product of its era, let's just say that. But nonetheless, you know, they do make her a lot better. They don't make her this like overly strong, super powerful feminist character or anything like that. You know, she's very nuanced in that. And they did an excellent job with her. Like, I absolutely loved it. So she, you know, Peach was really awesome and really fun to watch. The only thing I could kind of nitpick is probably the fact that there's some scenes where her head just looks huge compared to her body. Like, it looks more disproportionately sized compared to, you know, the rest of the movie. But there's only a few scenes that are kind of like that. It's really not that bad. I don't even think most people notice them. But yeah, like, just overall, excellently done. Toad, I mean, Toad is like the token funny guy in the movie, and, you know, they didn't overdo it, which is, I am so glad they didn't. Because, you know, every one of those kids movies always has to have the funny guy, and they just go way too far with it. Toad is not like that at all. He does a really good job of being funny while at the same time not just dominating the scenes and just being annoyingly funny. So, killed it. Donkey Kong, however, is kind of the problem. They have Seth Rogen, I believe, is playing Donkey Kong. I'm not gonna lie, that was probably the worst choice for Donkey Kong ever. That actually made me pretty upset because I really like Donkey Kong. Like, I think he's one of the coolest characters that has come out of video games. And, you know, he has some of the best games too. But yeah, like there's a lot of scenes where he's like, Seth Rogen doesn't know how to voice act. Like he's just doing Seth Rogen's voice and just lending it to Donkey Kong essentially. And on top of that, they included the Seth Rogen laugh.
Emotional damage.
Why would you do that? Oh, it did not match Donkey Kong at all. So yeah, I was not a big fan. It didn't kill the movie in any way, shape, or form, but like, or at least for me it didn't. But it was just really irritating to see that they would do Donkey Kong like that, especially because of the fact that I would love to see a Donkey Kong movie. Donkey Kong lore is something that is very unexplored, and you know, I think that that character by itself deserves his own movie, honestly. So yeah, that was a little bit upsetting, but you know, it's no big deal. And obviously Bowser was just chef's kiss. Bowser was so elegantly done. Jack Black, I mean, give this man all of the awards because he just straight up killed Bowser. He did such a good job. It was almost like you didn't even notice Jack Black was playing Bowser. That's how good he was as a voice actor. He didn't even feel like Jack Black. There was a couple times, like he had these, light spoiler, but you know, he does have his little musical scenes or whatever where he kind of sings. And when he sings, it sounds very Jack Black, but it doesn't ruin the movie in any way, shape, or form. The only thing that it did do is that it does remind you that it is Jack Black that is playing Bowser. But other than that, he just did a phenomenal job. It was truly, truly spectacular. So yeah, all in all, man, I honestly give this movie like a 9 or 9.5 out of 10. It was perfect in so many ways, and a lot of the things in the movie I absolutely loved, and it truly, truly did feel like a love letter to Mario. It felt like they finally did Mario justice, and I am so glad to see this movie doing so good. The critics tried to pan this movie. They were giving it 40s and 50s on Rotten Tomatoes, but no, we're not having that. As of today, which is yesterday by you guys' time standards, when you're watching this video, it has got a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. And that's the fan score, obviously, the audience score. And you know, like, this is a perfect chance for me to tell you to not trust Rotten Tomatoes or critics. Critics are stupid. They are looking for what they want in a movie. They are not looking for what they think would make a good Mario movie. They are very political and very snobbish. And honestly, I think they are extremely out of touch when it comes to these things. Like, there's no way that you can tell a Super Mario fan that this is a bad movie. There's just no way. I mean, I've already seen people going to watch this movie 2 or 3 times already. And honestly, I went to go watch it this week or yesterday. And I'm going to go watch it again next week, honestly. I'm bringing my whole family to watch it because of how good and how amazing it was. So yeah, if you guys have not seen this movie, I highly, highly recommend you go watch this. I want this movie to be the #1 highest grossing movie of all time, which is probably not gonna happen. But if it can beat Avatar, that garbage movie, I would just be elated. Elated. Alright guys, that is all for the video. Thank you so much for watching. And as always guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We are getting so close to 2,000. It is not even funny, but at the same time it is funny. And I have no idea why I'm saying it. But yeah guys, as always, we will see you on the next video. Peace. Wow!